Welcome back to the Public Pool Podcast. I'm Jack. This is Michaela. I was thinking, so we, for the first time, I'd seen the clips before, but we watched a little bit of Love on the Spectrum.
Yes.
Which part of me is also like the title. It kind of had like a little bit of like a Pod Save America vibe for me, where I'm like, I feel like you guys get where you're going with. Pod rhymes with God.
Yeah.
Dude, pod bless America.
Yeah.
Like God save America. We're going to Britain. God save the Queen. It's not a phrase. Pod save America. Anyway, Love on the Spectrum. I feel like it should be like love is a spectrum.
Love is a spectrum.
I guess that's getting closer to gender though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the title.
I like the title too. I was just like, I feel like the word spectrum, there's so much we can do.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? It gets to it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not a claim like love is blind.
Uh-huh.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
I guess we'll find out. It should be called Is Love Blind?
I'm surprised. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm surprised Love is Blind hasn't had any spin-off reality shows of like successful couples, you know?
Yeah.
Like Blinded by Love or something
Because
like that.
I think it's for the same reason why there's... That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, that's also the name
Put me in these rooms. I'm really good at naming
That's
things.
the name of the blind show, though, for the blind people.
That is true. I always think in another life, my job is to write the headlines. Like, where it's like,
Yes.
not the articles, the headlines.
You're the New York Post gal.
I'm really good at the captions. I'm
Yes.
really good at yeah.
You are really, really good at that. But I think that the reason why they haven't had any spinoffs is because it's the reason why it's so good, which is like they're real boring people.
Yeah.
That's why the
That's true.
relationships, like, is there another show that actually creates real relationships? Like, we have to tip our hat a little bit more to Love is Blind for the fact that, like, no, it like legitimately works. There are babies from this show.
Uh-huh.
There's no babies from The Bachelor post 2002.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder what the like success rate for The Bachelor is now. Because it like stopped. Like,
well, you were the one who pointed out that Big Brother starts more relationships than The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like, significantly more.
that's like a statistic where it's Big Brother has had more marriages.
Yeah.
Like legit. It's like, no, these people stayed married. They got married from the show than The Bachelor.
And it's like, in hindsight, of fucking course it did.
Yeah.
The Bachelor is the dumbest thing ever to create a couple.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're just comparing everybody. They're like, finally, I guess I like you of the 30.
Yeah.
And you're sequestered, so it's like, I don't know, the whole thing's silly. But Love on the Spectrum, one, it's a fantastic show.
It is.
Absolute happy tearjerker for the most part.
Yeah.
It really just my favorite parts of it are the parts that make you cry are when the autistic people are talking with their parents.
Uh-huh.
And their parents are just like, we just want them to find somebody because they're missing out in this part of life.
Yeah, you just want them to be able to have the fullest life possible.
Have this full life. And my favorite part is so far, all of the dads I've seen have a completely different outlook than the moms.
Yeah.
The dads think that what their autistic children do is hilarious.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah? They're like, yeah, I think I'm going to wear this tie.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, just like, it is just, and you know what? Say what you want. It's been 30 years with this kid. They're like, if you don't giggle, you'll die.
Yes. No, I remember when that show first came out, the original controversy was people were like, is this infantilizing? Like
Infantilizing?
Why can't I speak?
Well, it's a weird word, infantilizing.
Yeah, infantilizing. Autistic people or whatever. But I feel like once it actually came out and people watched it, like that kind of changed. And I was like, no, I actually think it does more good where it's like, I feel like it actually does the opposite where it kind of shows, obviously it's a spectrum, but everyone's different, but it's like it shows, it's like, no, these people could live fuller lives than you think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's a spectrum, it's like, spectrum is an overused term now.
Yeah.
Like, spectrum means a huge array.
Yeah.
there are autistic people who literally are nonverbal.
Yeah.
And then there's like Elon Musk.
Uh-huh.
They're very different levels.
Very different.
To call it the same thing is not really fair to especially the super disabled ones. Mm-hmm. But yeah, also it's like, I feel like we're allowed to be a little infantilizing to people who are have like mental issues.
Yeah. And it's also it's all met with positivity.
Otherwise, who can we infantilize? Because I need to infantilize somebody.
Someone needs to take it.
And it's going to be you, complainer.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real fucking patronizing to you.
Oh my God. Sorry. There's like a hair that's like on my face. That's just like tickling me. I can't find it.
The thing I was thinking is like, I'm always kind of like, and maybe this is me infantilizing them, kind of blown away a little bit whenever they're like, okay, ready for our date night. Mm-hmm. And this is where you really have a spectrum, because you have some where you're like, the kid's going to bring his katana to the date.
Yeah.
And he just won't unbutton. It's got to be buttoned all the way to the top. No tie though. And then you'll have some where it's like that one girl who was so funny, where she was so into animation.
Oh yes. I think Danny.
I was like, this girl's kind of slaying a little bit.
She is.
Her hair looks fantastic.
She has like a good, I see her on TikTok every now and then. It's like, she's a pretty like independent, like out there girly.
I'm, by the way, I like didn't really sleep. So this is kind of a flu podcast for me.
Yeah. I was trying to write down notes for my podcast or for the podcast yesterday. And I came across a note that was from 2021. And it was for podcast name ideas.
Give it to me.
And because we were like, it's got to be pool themed.
Got to be pool.
Obvi. But it was like, we had by the pool party, poolside, no floaties, doggy paddle. We were like, pool net? Like we were, nowhere was public pool, which feels like the most obvious
although now I'm
of
saying
names.
I don't hate no floaties.
Nope.
I don't hate no floaties. I don't know what I did in that.
That feels like your solo pod.
No floaties.
Yeah. It's like we're taking the kid gloves off, okay?
Doggy paddle the whole time. I could not doggy paddle for very long.
No.
I sink like a fucking stone. I'm a big boy right now. And I feel it with literally every single thing I do. The stairs creak louder right now. That's the thing. That's the funny. We've been talking about this for a minute. But it's like when you're not feeling very sexy.
Yeah.
When you're like, I'm not in like the shape that you want to be in or anything like that. Like you'll like notice certain things, and it's mostly like dealing with clothes and visual stuff. I get like auditory.
Yeah.
like you, no matter how, even if you got really out of shape, you're pretty fucking far away from breaking a chair. I am not. I'm in my best shape. I'm like, you know, I put the chairs together, so it would be my fault. But like a couple of loose screws, chair's going down.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about squeezing by people. Where I'm like, I used to be able to fit through this gap. I can't right now. I can't fit through some gaps.
I feel like you go through so much fluctuation though, that you're always feeling the like when you're like you're all of a sudden you're really strong. You're always like you feel huge. Like
I feel like a monster.
You don't like crowds, like all that stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
that was we've probably talked about before, but I remember having to explain to you, like, actually when we lead, don't try to guide me. There's a whole rule. I wish you were in my body for one day so you could see what it's like trying to cut through people.
I know.
You feel terrible.
I know.
You're like, I'm so sorry. I'm a semi truck and you're a sedan.
Yeah.
I get the right of way.
It's really hard to walk with you because of that, because women have the opposite thing where even though we're smaller, the rule is that we have to make ourselves even smaller to walk through crowds. It's like, I'm constantly like this through a crowd and I'm like, that's not fair. I'm already the smaller one. And I'm like on an airplane. Yeah. On an airplane, I'm the one that has to, if I'm sitting between two men, I have to make myself smaller. Yeah. And I'm like my space is already being encroached on. And I'm like, and I have to be the smaller one. Like,
I know. It's why I like to sit in the middle. Yeah. So I have the right to not. No, you're right. I mean, it is unfair, but it's also like it's less to do with men and women. It's more to do with just size of like the bigger person usually cannot get, everybody's trying to get as small as possible. Yeah. But I cannot get as small as you can possibly get. So I can't like, there's certain pathways. I kind of have to always look for the open pathway. Yeah. When we're walking. I don't know. This might be boring. Earlier this week, I forget how the conversation started, but we were talking. Okay. I said to you, I don't understand how, like, that there was this whole attraction to the people in Avatar. Because to me, they're giant blue cat people. And while, like, I get, you can tell which of the Avatar, what are they, the Na'vi. You can tell which one of the Na'vis are supposed to be the sluts. You can tell which one of the Navis are supposed to be the catches and which ones are kind of like, the sixes. But I'm not like, to any, because they're cat people who have sex with their tails.
Yeah.
By touching them, which, by the way, imagine what that's like.
I wonder whoever came up with that was like, this is going to be like an iconic thing to the franchise.
Yeah.
And it was.
It was iconic. Every now and then I'll think about like, I feel like the flaw of that is like, if it was just that easy, that clean, lack of mess, anything like that, people, it would be freaking, they would have nothing done. It would just be orgy city. Touch my tail, It's so non-sexual.
Yeah.
But you said, oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you don't get it?
I don't get it. And then do you want to tell?
Well, I just was like, I don't know if it's like, it was like kind of going back to the like, I am not attracted to, like, I feel like women aren't attracted to like men until they see them do a thing.
Yes.
Like it's the, like, sure, that man's handsome or whatever, but I'm never like, auga, until it's like, I've seen him be in a band, make a movie, whatever. Like I need a little extra something for me to be attracted to the most attractive person.
You were not attracted to me. You've told me this many times until you were walking by the corner of our office and you turned a corner and you saw me yelling at a group of children.
Yep.
And you said, that guy.
I said, that's the guy.
I was screaming. I mean, what's funny? I don't even know who they were. I was just berating them.
You were just berating
them. I had just gotten yelled at. I had to take it on someone, so I took it on children. You thought
course.
That's really hot. That's a hot thing to do.
That's a completely biblically accurate.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
You got issues. Go on.
I do. No.
The whole story's made up. Okay.
But so it was like it's like more like a vibe. I feel like I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
Or I feel like a lot. Like I feel like it's like a pretty normal consensus of women. Like where it's like I'm into the like one of the cars from Cars.
You said.
And
Paul Newman's character in Cars, right?
Yeah.
Who's, by the way, the old car.
What's his name? Doc Hudson, yeah.
Doc Hudson.
It's like, yeah, that does it for me.
Doc Hudson, or is that an athlete? Go on.
I don't know. That sounds right.
That does sound right.
Yeah. Like, that does it for me. I'm like, yeah, I totally get the Avatar thing.
Yeah.
And then, like I was like, there's so many things where I'm like, no, that's, like, inherently attractive to me. Like, the front of a plane.
So you basically said, and this was completely off the cuff. I was folding laundry. You said, well, like, you named Doc Hudson, and then you said the front of a plane. And then I said, well, I kind of combined the two. And I said, have you seen Disney Pixar's Planes?
I haven't. That might be for me.
I don't know if I want you to see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to come home to our kids and you're going to be watching Planes. I'm going to be like, what is this smut you have on this?
I know.
On this TV?
Yeah, I don't like. It's just like more of like a vibe of a character. Like I'm into it.
I get
the fish with the scar from Finding Nemo.
You are so fucking funny.
You can't say that that's not a hot fish.
I can say that's not a hot fish. I can say that Gil is not a hot fish. Voiced by Willem Dafoe. I can say that.
Gil's a hot fish.
He's not even one of the hottest fish in the movie.
Who's the hotter fish?
The fucking manta ray. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a fish.
Nah, he's kind of dorky.
Dory can kind of get it, but that's because I like that she'll forget.
Yeah, she.
Is that bad?
Sue me. Yeah, I don't like the worried starfish. But Gil, the fish.
Worried starfish is buzzkill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm trying, to last, I'll think about the worried starfish.
Yeah.
Flu pod. Gil?
Yeah. Like that sounded like it's his vibe. It's like I know I'm not attracted to like fish, but like him specifically, I'm like, yeah.
This is so...
Homeboy's gonna like get it, in the words of Bella Hadid.
This is so funny because it's like sometimes we'll be watching something completely, obviously it's not sexual whatsoever. And I'm like, now I'm gonna think like, is she attracted thinking about
maybe
this fish? This fucking fish? So I mean the category so it sounds like you like experience. The Gil and Doc Hudson are the two oldest.
Yeah.
The two oldest who have been around the block.
Yeah,
you like that.
Like I guess I like a man.
A man.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's definitely the man character.
Like I like a man, but I feel like it's not like the man. It's the embodiment of like man.
Yeah.
Like I like that.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're tough characters, although they're very different types of men.
Yeah.
Doc's kind of quiet, or Gil's kind of quiet, dangerous. Doc is, just supposed to be the older version of Lightning McQueen.
But he's kind of got this like chip on his shoulder. He's, like.
Oh yeah, no, he's a little edge to it.
Yeah, like a checkered past. He doesn't want you to know he's mysterious.
Cars is essentially a remake of a movie with Michael J. Fox?
No.
There's a movie called, and that's why I was actually saying, I was like, it's called, I think, Doc Holliday. So is his name Doc Holliday?
No.
So it's called Doc Holliday, and it's about Marty McFly. Michael J. Fox is a like young doctor whose car breaks down in a small town.
Did you see the thing, by the way, this week? I think it was, who ran it? It might have been like CNN or something ran like a, remembering Michael J. Fox.
Oh no.
Photo thing. And it was like, he had to be like, he's alive.
Yeah. I heard it's getting a little bit worse.
No, I think it is.
Which, to be fair, it's like, man, he lasted long fucking time with Parkinson's.
No, but it was like, I was like, why would they run that? Like,
CNN's a fucking mess right now.
it might not have been CNN, so don't quote me on that.
I'm going to quote you on it because CNN's
I'm seeing a red logo. I don't want to say it was TMZ, but maybe like.
Well, TMZ wouldn't make the mistake.
Yeah.
TMZ simply would not make that mistake.
Actually, they would, but they'd retract.
Immediately retract.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't remember seeing retraction, it wasn't TMZ.
Yeah.
I forget where we were.
Sorry. Oh, Michael J. Fox, the movie.
Oh yeah, it's basically the story of like a young stud ends up in kind of like bumfuck nowhere and falls in love with the town because he's stuck there for a few days.
Okay.
So that it's literally the same plot, and like it's I think completely acknowledged. Like this is what somebody literally watched the movie was like, what if they were cars?
Yeah.
And that's how Cars happened.
That's true.
They need to do more stuff like that where they basically find like an underrated movie from the 80s
Yeah.
and just remake it, but like with cartoons.
Yeah.
They should do that.
Let's pick an object.
They should also do, I think that Disney should go edgier. And there's a lot of, we basically have the same fairy tales that we're showing again and again. Mm-hmm. They should, let's get a new fairy tale that's kind of like one of the fucked up ones, you know? Let's get like Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Because we just learned the other day that Rumpelstiltskin like brutally kills himself at the end of the story.
Yeah, I was like, apparently I totally missed that.
Show it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did we learn that on Jeopardy?
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, guys, if you're not watching Jeopardy,
you're missing out.
You're missing out on Jamie Ding right now, who's going on an absolute run.
He's like
17 days deep right now.
Talk about a man crush.
Yeah.
Jamie Ding 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 is I think he's on a 17-day streak.
Yeah, 16 or 17.
Since we've started watching like religiously, he's so by far the best.
Yeah.
It's like no one's even close to competing with him.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell too. Ken's a little
worried. You can kind of he's playing ball, but like every now and then you can kind of tell he's a little annoyed. I feel like something also might be going on in his life. Has seemed to be a little
yeah.
There was like a week where I was like his vibe's off.
We were watching like old Jeopardy with Alex Trebek, and I'm a huge Ken Jennings fan. I think he's really good at hosting. There's some things he does better than Alex Trebek. Like number one, he knows the answers to the things.
Yeah.
And you can tell, and so there's it's a little bit less it's a little bit more like valid when he's like, actually it was this, and you're like, if Ken knows it, then it is.
Yeah.
But there is a certain bit of like edge in his voice. Sometimes we're like, I don't think he likes this contestant.
Yeah. I think he also gets frustrated on days where there's not good contestants.
Yes.
Like if people keep getting stuff wrong, I think he's kind of like, come on, guys.
Yes.
Like, get it together.
Alex Trebek I didn't realize how much of a treat he was.
Yeah, he was a treat.
I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, he's just a good old host is what you call him, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like career host.
Mm-hmm. We used to be a nation with pride.
Yeah.
You know, with good hosts.
Yeah.
What's he do? He's a game show host.
He's a game show host.
Nothing else.
Yes.
He just says the questions and then the answers, and we love him for it.
And we love him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We finally watched some new TV this week.
What? Yeah, Rooster.
That's not done, right? There's more episodes coming out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I was like, that didn't feel like a finale.
No, I think there's like 10 more episodes coming.
Okay, cool. I'm really liking Rooster.
Yeah.
So it's the new Steve Carell show on HBO.
Yeah.
It's just like a good like Steve Carell leading. It's funny. All the side characters are really funny.
They're really good. It's so hard to explain besides like it's a chill, funny show. Like like your heart never races.
Yeah.
During it, which is weirdly well, and it's like legit good.
We've been laughing out loud, like a lot. Like it's really good. I highly recommend. So
it's exactly our humor.
Yes, it is. That, and then we watched the new Jury Duty,
which was awesome.
Company Retreat.
Yeah.
It was good, not as good as the first one. It's really hard to recreate season 1.
And I think it all has to do with I think there was 2 big changes. I think it's the premise. They obviously were like, we can't go back to jury duty.
Yeah.
Because people will have fucking heard of this.
Of course.
And jury duty was literally the perfect premise of everybody's stuck in a hotel together, can't have your phone.
Yeah.
And this one, like, they had to really, like, it just was so much more complicated to do. And I think that so they hired a lot more like actors and like comic writers who really want to be the funniest person. So some of them felt a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that was the one thing, is it started off a little too crazy. Because I think with the first season, it like progressively got crazier. Like there was a lot that you can kind of write off as like, that's just weird. Like you were in that situation and like it was kind of one at a time.
Yeah.
This one kind of felt like it was all at once. Everything got really crazy. And so that I think was the only thing that took me out. It was a little too much.
Let's play a quick game.
Okay.
I'm going to name for the first season and the second season, I'm going to name some characters and you're going to tell me on the scale of like how believably crazy. That might not be a good thing, but basically it's like season 1, I think I'm trying to think of like who the craziest characters were. There was the inventor kid.
Yeah.
Which again, it's like, okay, I think he was really, because then you have like the kind of crazy New York girl.
Yeah.
That's a person.
I was going to say both of those people though seem like people, where it's like the guy who's kind of the inventor, he kind of seems like a weird guy.
He's just kind of a weird, he's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like those people are everywhere. His inventions were excessive. Yeah. Probably. Where I wouldn't have been like, I'm on a show.
Yeah.
But I would have been like,
I would have been like, someone's fucking with me.
I'd be like, did somebody tell you to do this? Because this is insane. But if he's the only one, that's not that crazy. Yeah. Everyone else was like, oh, there's the lady who keeps falling asleep. And then there's the Asian guy who talks really slow. Yes. Best character in the whole show. And then they filled it in with like a bunch of normal people too. Yes.
Because even like the guy who I think was like an alternate or something like that, and he was like the conspiracy theorist or whatever.
The black guy.
Yeah. It was like
no, I know that guy.
Yeah. Like it was like he wasn't so over the top that I was like, I don't believe that I was like, yeah, this guy probably spends a lot of time online, but like can clearly hold a job and clearly has friends. And like he's a normal guy other than the fact that he's like a little bit of a conspiracy theorist.
It'd be weird if they didn't have at least one guy like that.
Yeah.
I feel like every jury, that's an issue where they're like, there's people now looking for the conspiracy. Yes. Meanwhile, in this current season, you have the tech girl who is basically the equivalent of like the tech guy, who's really, really funny. Yeah. But she's fucking bananas.
Yeah, especially towards the end where it was like, sorry, spoilers, where it's like where they were having her like eating the crab and she's having an allergic reaction.
And just kept eating it.
Like I kind of was like, I kind of had the thing where I was like, if I was in that situation and that was happening, I just wouldn't believe her. I would be like, clearly she's like an attention seeking girl who's doing this like, oh, I'm so crazy, like bit thing. And I'd be like, Jesus, that's annoying.
You wouldn't jump to prank show, but you wouldn't believe that she was being genuine.
I would just be like, okay, whatever. Like she's doing whatever. Yeah. Like
and then you have the son. He alone, you could kind of be like some of the things he does and says are like, I could see it, but a lot of it's excessive. Yeah. Then you have,
I would just clearly like between the dad, like the CEO and like the son, I would be like, clearly if the son is a real person, because I would believe that he's a real person, the dad's too smart to hand his company to his son, who is like this. Like his dad would be too smart to do that. So I just would be like, that I wouldn't believe.
There were just so many characters in this one. It felt like there were the crazy outnumbered the normal. Yes. Which just takes you out because there were a number of times where we were like, when is he gonna say like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. You know? But I thought overall, I mean, given how fucking hard it is to do that, I thought it was amazing still.
No, it's a really cool type of show to pull off. Yeah. Like it's really fun where it's like not just like one person's an actor and like this crazy, it's like, no, everyone's an actor. Like it's a very fun premise. So I do hope that they keep trying, I guess. I either feel like they should have left it or it's like they have to keep evolving, I guess. Yeah. But
you know what though? I'm so team, the amount of times when people are like, they better not remake The Godfather, it's perfect. Fuck it, remake it. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just kind of like, I'm so sick of it just feels so like, leave it alone. It's perfect as is.
Or, you know what they should have done actually? Is it should have been a show that's done like every 3 years.
I think that's what it was.
Was it?
I think it's been 2 or 3 years.
Really? Yeah. Oh. Because I was like, I feel like if it only happens every so often, it's not as in the zeitgeist where people are like, this is a show where I might be in a situation I'd be on.
Yeah, I think it is because I don't think that they can do. I think it's for that exact reason.
Yeah.
People kind of think it's over. And then 2, they have to come up with a new premise.
There's so much production that goes into it.
You can't be like, this is a company retreat or jury duty again.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably could in like 10 years do another jury duty.
Yeah.
But like people are going to be on their toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I enjoyed it though.
I loved it.
And it seems like they're going to do more like behind the scenes episodes,
Yeah.
which is like what's the most fun part of it is like show us the things that went wrong, showed us like the ways you guys pivoted. Like
clearly the biggest note that they had last time is we wanted the last episode where we show the behind the scenes to be 10 times longer.
Yeah, because we've watched the last episode of the first season a couple times before, like without watching the rest of it because we were just like, oh, let's rewatch this, the reveal.
I can't get enough of them.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready for sports gossip?
Hit me, sister.
A new Coldplay concert just dropped on the NFL.
Scandal?
So on Tuesday, Page Six leaked photos of Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and this big-time NFL reporter Diana Rossini, both of whom are married BT Dubs, getting a little bit too cozy with each other in Sedona, Arizona.
What do you mean by too cozy?
Like the photos show them holding hands, hugging, sitting in a hot tub together, laying by a pool together.
There's nothing platonic about a hot tub.
Now, both of them have denied that there was any affair going on, saying that this was like a totally innocent meetup between friends, and that the photos conveniently left out the 4 other people they were there with.
Oh, so they were with a group.
Well, we don't know because other guests at the hotel said that they don't really like remember it being anybody but the 2 of them. And also these photos aren't like close-ups that would be cutting people out. They're like landscape shots. So it's like, where are these other 4 people?
Just kind of weird that neither of their spouses were part of this group.
Well, no. So they were in Arizona because the annual NFL League meetings were in Phoenix on Sunday.
So that's why they were there.
But the photos were taken on Friday in Sedona, which is 2 hours away from Phoenix. So
yeah, this isn't looking very good.
now, according to Rossini, she was at the hotel because she was doing like a hiking trip with 2 of her gal pals.
Love a girl's trip.
And we know that Mike Vrabel was at a scouting event in Tempe, Arizona before he met up with Rossini and her alleged friends.
Okay. And this is important. How far is Tempe from Sedona? Like, how far did he have to drive?
125 miles?
That's gas money, girl. And gas is not very cheap right now.
It is not cheap right now.
Is it at least on the way to Phoenix?
No, because like Tempe's a suburb of Phoenix. He was basically in Phoenix already.
Ugh, Mike.
Also, this isn't exactly the first like affair scandal that Diana Rossini's been involved in. In 2015, she was accused by the wife of the Washington Redskins GM of having an affair with her husband.
Don't let your husband or her husband stop you from finding your husband. Diana, girl.
The second I saw the mileage thing, I literally typed in the map like, is it on the way at all? And it's like, no. This could be a completely innocent hangout between like 2 friends. And it is unfortunate how, because Diana Rossini is not only a female reporter, but like a total babe, like it's so quick. People are so quick to be like, oh, she's sleeping with him to get the stories. So it's like, that's not fair.
It doesn't even have to be to get the scoops. Sometimes an affair is just an affair.
Yeah.
It is sus.
It's Taco Bell Diablo sus.
Workplace affairs just like happen.
They do.
It can happen. It does. Like that's why I'm like, I don't think it's her trying to get any sort of inside scoop. Like,
no.
What, from one guy? Like,
he's an NFL head coach who was a former player. Like,
there's so many like moving pieces in the NFL that it's like it's weird to just be like, well, she's gonna get it from one person. It's like she might get a story. She's not gonna get the story.
Also, like, every reporter ends up marrying an athlete.
Yeah.
Which I guess she's already married and stuff too. She's married to like an executive at Shake Shack.
Ah.
But I don't know. It feels, you're so right where I'm like, people are immediately jumping to like, oh, she's getting the inside story. I don't think it's as that transactional as much as it's like, hey, you want to fuck?
I literally think it's just like workplace proximity affair, whatever.
Yeah.
It just happens.
And if you are a reporter, you are inherently a fan of these people.
Yeah, you're really involved. And also you're attractive.
Yeah. It means you're a physically attractive person who was very involved in the sport.
Yes.
And Mike Vrabel was a good player. He's a very good coach. He took the Patriots to the Super Bowl in his first year with them.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a fan of football, you're going to have a crush on Mike Vrabel if you're a female reporter.
Totally.
Yeah. Although he does have a really interesting look. He's the one that I will always point out, like, why is he going with the vest thing? It does not look good on him.
You're always so offended by fashion choices.
With some of the coaches.
Yeah.
The vest thing makes he looks like Cousin Eddie in The Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he's got like turtleneck and vest.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's so many better looks he could pull off.
I don't mind a turtleneck vest layer.
It's, I'll show you.
Okay.
It's not what you're picturing. It's also, he doesn't exactly have like the build for it right now.
Okay.
He's very, very front heavy.
Okay.
Because he was a professional athlete, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat a fucking steak.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I'm 6'5".
Yeah,
Whatever. Other two quick sports gossip stories. Did we go over the Gino Oriami? I don't think we did.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
So we just finished March Madness for both the men's and women's tournaments. Mm-hmm. They both kind of ended on like not super hot notes. Hot notes isn't the right. Like they every time every March Madness, the Final Four and the championship are actually like basically every round it gets less interesting.
Yeah.
Round one's so fun.
No, I feel like, the beginning is like hot. It's fun. Who knows what's going to happen? Yeah. Towards the end, it's kind of like, it's burned out a little bit.
You're kind of checked out. You're like, oh, the top 15 teams that I was rooting for are all out.
Also, the teams kind of feel tired at that point.
They do. And especially where it's like you end up, I don't know, basketball is really, really fun when it's a really good team versus a really bad team. And the really bad team, because there's so many of these games every tournament, 1 out of every 4 of the really bad teams will get really hot shooting like 3-pointers. And that's where the upset comes from because they happen to get so hot and shoot out of their minds when they normally don't.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to where it's just all the good teams, you're kind of like, yeah, it's just like solid basketball.
Yeah.
It's like just watching like an NBA game, but not quite as good. But there has been some coaching drama.
Okay.
And funnily enough, they both have to deal with the University of Connecticut, UConn. Go Huskies and Lady Huskies. So
the Huskets.
So the UConn women's team was playing South Carolina. These are by far the two most like historic schools when it comes to women's basketball. South Carolina's been like the dominant dynasty for probably the past decade with Dawn Staley, who is paid. South Carolina head coach Dawn Staley is paid like $10 million a fucking year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But also she's worth it, I guess. She's incredibly successful. And then Gino Oriami, who's been the coach of UConn forever, is like the all-time wins leader. He's the GOAT for women's basketball. As the game was ending, Gino Oriami basically just started like yelling at Dawn Staley, which I'm going to say as a feminist, I fucking love this shit.
Yeah.
Do not be protective. If you're going to yell at a coach, don't worry about her being a woman. Like, I don't give a fuck about the optics.
Yeah.
And then Dawn Staley was like, I'm going to kick your ass. He's like, oh yeah. He never said I'm going to kick your ass, but like he could have, and I think it would have been fine. That's another thing. But he's just losing it. And then after the game, he was blaming everybody and he totally got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, just like caught making shit up because he was basically saying like, how about this play where X, Y, and Z happened, but we actually have everything on tape because it's a televised event.
It is a televised event. We do have receipts.
None of this happened.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, she refused to shake my hand before the game. And it's like, we have video of her shaking her hand before the game.
We actually can roll the tape.
Can roll the tape on this one. So he had a rough go of it. Dawn Staley immediately, like afterwards, like a day later, was like, by the way, we have to completely forget about this as a storyline because like he's one of the GOATs, I'm the other GOAT. Like, yeah, we're going to have a fucking rivalry together. Sorry.
Yeah.
We might scream at each other.
But sometimes it just pushes you to be better, you know?
Oh, absolutely it does.
Something on his shoulder.
No, you need to have kind of like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
I kind of am like, I feel like everyone needs a rival.
Yeah.
Or an enemy or whatever. And it's like, and it doesn't have to be super nefarious, but just, it's good to have that.
So, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, they were sort of rivals, but like quiet rivals.
I was going to say, I would have picked that, which would have made me think that they didn't even play football at the same time.
So Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, they played football at the same time. I think Peyton started like a couple years before Tom Brady and then retired like 8 years before Tom Brady. So they both played for a long time, but Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were the two best quarterbacks in the NFL for almost 2 decades. And they met in the playoffs, it seemed like every fucking year because they were the two best teams. And Tom Brady always won the Super Bowls and Peyton never did. But like at the same time too, Peyton was like a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Like I will still say like I'd rather have Peyton Manning on my team than Tom Brady, which sounds crazy, but I would.
Interesting. I would rather have him on my team too because he seems like a great hang.
He does seem like a really good hang. Speaking of hangs though, there's this one story that I love where it's like obviously Peyton's little brother is Eli Manning, who's just such a good sidekick.
Yeah.
And so they're in Florida working out. And coincidentally, Tom Brady was also at this golf club or hotel gym too. I forget if it was for an event, but they were like, it was really weird because the Manning brothers were working out and Tom Brady came in to work out. And it's like, not only do we know each other, we're like all three basically the same person. And this is a really big deal. And they're like, it was the weirdest thing because like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady like None of them. And also Eli is beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. And he was the first person until the Eagles did it, like 8 years after he did it the second time. He was the only person who had ever beaten Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. So it was kind of, and as a Giants fan, we loved it.
Yeah.
But so you have Peyton Manning, his regular season rival, and then the guy who has the stupid fucking little brother who keeps on beating me in the goddamn Super Bowl. And so it's like they have a real like unspoken but quiet rivalry.
Yes.
And they were just, the story of it is so funny because they'd have to be like, they were like, hey, what you working on? They were like, we didn't want to give him any secrets, and he didn't want to give us. We didn't want to see what the other guy was doing.
No.
He was like, I don't want them to see these shoulder exercises I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just love how lame this quiet rivalry is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was some drama for the women's basketball thing. I kind of mentioned this last week, I think, but like women's basketball, women's college basketball had a real rough finish.
Yeah.
So women's basketball compared to men's basketball, it's pretty much, we just call it chalk, where it's like, the higher seed, the 1 seeds beat the 2 seeds, and the 15 seeds beat the.
It's predictable.
It's very predictable.
Yeah.
Whereas men's basketball, it's a little bit more chaotic, and so you end up, per usual, like as usual, with the Final Four is the 4 1 seeds. It's like, of course.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're like, okay, great. It's not just going to be the better teams blowing out the weaker teams. That was not the case. It was literally the final 3 games, both semifinals and the championship game, was just a freaking blowout, and especially the semifinal between UConn and South Carolina was just like, it was fucking ugly.
Yeah.
You're watching, you're like, this is not good for, honestly, women's athletics in general, where it was like, come on, guys, you have to show up here.
Yeah.
You can do it. Because women's basketball, I like it better than men's basketball.
No, it's fun.
And then the semifinals, so the Final Four for the men's tournament, this has to do with the other UConn coach, the men's basketball coach, Dan Hurley, Bald King.
Bald King.
He is a psychopath, just like a fucking madman, and I love it.
Okay.
And there's this, I don't know if you saw it, but basically UConn hit like a buzzer beater that was the craziest thing against Duke. It was like one of the coolest shots ever. They'll make a fucking 30 for 30 documentary about this one shot. And immediately after he hits it, there's still like a second on the clock. The ref walks by Dan Hurley, and Dan Hurley, Bald King, gets in his face in a way, you have to like look it up. He gets in his face in a way where it's like, my natural instinct would be to punch him. Because it's kind of like a hit me dude.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking ref.
Yeah.
And they were like, nobody would have complained if he had given him a technical and then all of a sudden Duke has 2 free throws and now Duke wins.
Yeah.
It was the most like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
But it brought out a whole highlight reel of like, look up like Dan Hurley highlights. I just love a fucking psycho coach. I want to play for that guy.
Yes.
I want a guy who's like having trouble sleeping at night.
Yeah. No, those are the guys.
He does not have a good marriage.
Yeah.
Because he's not listening to her.
They're the guys who it's like, for the most part, like weren't the actual athletes. Like they weren't good enough, but it's like, but they have the want
drive,
for
the
it.
fucking
This,
drive,
but they didn't have a something.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it for sports gossip this week.
Love it.
Yeah.
Ready to do some pop culture?
Let's do it.
Let me steal the iPad dizzle. You ready to dive into this week's pop culture news with the skinny dip?
Let's dive in.
Meryl Streep and Anna Wintour graced the cover of Vogue together as more promotion for The Devil Wears Prada 2. And yes, they were wearing Prada.
This is very meta. That's very meta.
It's very meta.
We love a meta thing like that. Also, I wonder too if like who they replaced on the cover.
I know, right?
Does Vogue do covers like that?
What do you mean? They do a cover per month.
But it's like they decide. It's not like It's not like this is what happened this week.
Yeah, no. It's like, it's a pre-decided. I don't know. It feels like a lot for a promotion. I feel like Vogue doesn't normally do covers for like a promotion.
This is the most Vogue promotion though, because it's about Vogue.
It is, but the original movie got basically shunned by Vogue.
Yeah.
So that's the weird part is Anna Wintour, which I thought it made it kind of cooler that way. And
Same.
because it made it feel more real where it was
makes
like.
It feel very accurate.
That was an accurate movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But like now that like Anna Wintour's like in on it and like she's like presenting awards with Anne Hathaway and stuff. It's fun, but it's also just like, I feel like
Ice Queen, BIC.
BIC.
Yeah.
It was weird. I'd never heard her speak before until she presented the award the other day at the Oscars. I was like,
what does she sound like?
Just like a woman, but like I was like, I've never like heard her speak. I feel like
I kind of feel like she's like this.
No, like
really?
expected her to be like British, you know?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
It's just weird. There's like a mystique to her.
Yeah.
But it just feels like a lot for a sequel movie.
It does. I think that we're also just in a weird age with magazines. Like, I don't know how Vogue has been hit, but it's like whenever you go to a grocery store, half the magazines are like the Rolling Stones issue.
Yeah.
The Beatles, the Harry Styles issue. Like, they're doing whatever they can to sell.
Yeah, but Vogue is Vogue, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about Vogue. I was just like, is it just a...
Vogue is like Time, like where it's one of the biggest still in print magazines.
And you have to stick with that unless they can really pivot as like the fashion in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
No, I just don't know. It just was weird because it's like I felt like Anna Wintour was like Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. They're not going to the Met Gala. Like it was like they were like shunned for doing this movie.
You know what this might actually be? So how long ago was Devil Wears Prada? Is it like 20 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
So there's a world too where it's like probably almost everybody, at least who has worked at Vogue or has anything to do with fashion right now. This is like The Sandlot.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So it's kind of like you're going to struggle to have anybody at the magazine not want to be as around this movie as possible.
That's true.
Because this is
iconic. Major league. Yes.
Like,
this is what made me want to work at Vogue. Like,
yes.
Thing. You're right. You're so right.
So that might be, which is not great necessarily for the magazine in general, but like, I get why they would do it.
Yeah.
They just want to be near Devil Wears Prada.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I feel like I've just been seeing a lot of advertisement for the movie where I'm like, I get it. It's coming out.
It's crazy that it's in theaters and not on Netflix. It just feels so Netflix.
It's going to go right to Netflix, though. There's no way it doesn't.
Yeah. I bet Amazon. That feels so Amazon.
Yes, it does. But everyone's complaining. Thank God. Keep bullying these studios about the lighting in the movie.
No.
They gave it Netflix lighting. It's like gray. Everyone keep fighting the good fight and keep complaining about the lighting. Keep complaining. Movies need to be bright. Unless it's a period piece or a drama. We've had this rant before. We need to turn the goddamn lights on.
Now, and this is going to sound aggressive, but I mean it. Unless you absolutely have to watch a movie that has low lighting, the real answer is don't watch it. Yeah. We don't watch things with too low lighting. We get out of there. Get the hell out of that thing.
Like, it pisses me off that like
fuck you, no.
Love is Blind does it. Like reality shows.
Yeah.
And I'm like, your reality show, turn on the lights.
It's this stupid fucking HDR. That's
Yes,
what it is.
it is.
It's this high, and all HDR does is just crank up contrast. Who's fucking asking for, like, we can crank up contrast if we wanted to on our end.
Like, honestly, I'm boycotting the second Wicked because I'm upset that they basically did that to the first one.
They removed fucking color.
Like the most colorful movie in the world. Like you could have done the coolest thing ever and like tried to go back to like a Technicolor look.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
So
they gray balanced that shit. Keep bullying the studios. Keep bullying.
Don't give them your fucking money. Don't watch the stuff that's no color, low light.
That's why everyone freaks out when they see us do sketches. Like, is this a porn? And it's like, no, we just turn the goddamn lights on. Yeah,
because I'm fucking colorblind and I have difficult seeing the difference between people unless I make it really saturated and contrasted.
And I'm night blind. I can't see anything unless there's light. There's literally shows I physically cannot watch.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, my eyes, like I cannot see.
I just realized we're Winston and his partner.
We are.
we're both blind. We never talked about that. We're both blind. Me color, him night.
Oh my God.
It pisses me off to no fucking end because I can't tell the difference. I lose depth in these movies where I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh wait, they're in a hallway.
Let's see. Up next, at the premiere for season 3 of Euphoria, Sierra Miller, who's in the midst of her personal summer house drama, was doing interviews on the red carpet. She actually got to speak to Sydney Sweeney and jokingly asked what the next step is if you steal your friend's ex-boyfriend, as that's Cassie and Nate's storyline in the show. They both joked that you have to get married to make it worth it.
That's really good.
Yes.
Is there anything that sounds more depressing than being at the Euphoria premiere?
Yeah.
That whole show just seems like it's on fucking downers.
It's
Everybody's on either painkillers or benzos.
The whole show looks like it was filmed because nobody was able to be in the same room together.
Yeah.
Apparently everyone hates it. Like,
yeah, everybody hates each other.
Yeah.
It feels
you've had two. You're only on season 3, and they've had 2 people die on the show or pass away on the show. Like, Barbie Ferrer quit. Like,
kill it. Just kill the show.
Just be done.
Just end the fucking show. Everybody who's going to become a star became a star. Is a launching pad. Just stop it.
We're good.
Like, we're going to watch it, but I don't know when.
I know.
Not weekly.
No.
There's no way we're going to watch it on a weekly basis.
I just don't care anymore.
I just don't fucking care. It's also just so like, it's overly, I think that it's past its expiration date of like, this isn't what the world is like. Stop trying to tell children that it's cool to be depressed.
Yeah.
Because I don't like what you're doing to fucking kids.
It feels like it landed at the perfect time where it was like 2020 and people were in their room and depressed. Yeah. And kids are like, I have all these like weird, you know, it was like their version of like Tumblr almost, where it's like, how can I get like dark and edgy with this?
And now it's just overtly edgy for no, like, just to get clicks from the youth.
Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter just released her music video for her song House Tour. And it was starring Sabrina, Madeline Klein, and Margaret Qualley.
Oh, interesting. The big three.
The big three.
Kind of.
And then Margaret Qualley, what can I say? And then Margaret Qualley and Sabrina actually directed the music video together. That's
always so fun.
Yes.
Whenever I see like an actor or performer also direct an episode, though, I always have the same thought in my head, which is why.
Yeah.
Like I'm usually behind the camera and stuff. It's way harder.
Yeah.
And the satisfaction isn't that nice.
No.
It's just like doing work.
Yeah. I will say this is probably like my favorite little sexy music video in a long time.
Like, I feel like I've seen a GIF of it.
And you don't need to see any more.
No?
We're good.
They skip together?
They maybe skip. They do some other. That's.
Okay, now I'm gonna watch it.
You're good. I'll tell you.
Tell me if I need to watch it.
I'll tell you it was great and it was fun, but you don't need to watch it.
I'll tell you if you need to watch planes or cars or anything like that.
That's okay. Well, I think you've seen enough.
Yeah. It's
their little booties they're out the whole time.
Their booties? What's the height difference? Because Sabrina's a little girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying that sounded weird. But she's a little person.
She's a little person.
What are Qualley and Klein? How tall are they?
She wears ginormous heels, though.
To make them equal?
She's like Gaga, where she's in Ariana, where they're like, I'm just going to wear like pleaser pumps to like.
I feel like Margaret Qualley's a taller girl, but maybe she just has a longer face.
Yeah, I don't know how tall she is. So.
I don't know. And I knew nothing about Madeline Klein. I could not even emphasize how little I know about this person. I'm pretty sure she's the girl from that show about like pirate treasure whose dad created the show and she's like half naked the whole time. And that's weird. That's all I know about her. I couldn't recognize her. I couldn't pull out of a fucking lineup. And she spells Klein in a more unique way. So I assume she spells Madeline different too.
Madeline's one of those names where I'm like, I don't think there's like a good spell, like, or not good, but like I feel like that's always one of those names where I'm like, I actually don't know the standard spelling.
It's kind of like Michaela, where you can dance a little bit and get a pass.
It doesn't feel like there's a hard enough line for cute little music video. You don't need to watch.
I don't need to see it.
Taylor Frankie Paul has announced that she's taking a step back from the Mormon Church. Many are speculating that the church may have kicked her out after the numerous scandals she's had after being so attached to the Mormon name. But she kind of made like a formal announcement on Instagram that she's still like a follower of Christ, but is distancing herself from like the church itself for now. Yeah, I have a feeling that they were the ones who initiated this distancing. I think they've had enough. I think it would be... How does that even happen, do you think? Like, how does the church approach you to be like, you're done? Well... Like, who approaches you? Well, it's completely foreign to us because for us, it would... I mean, the Vatican excommunicates people all the time. We just don't hear about it. Yeah. They're usually like former priests and bishops and stuff. Yeah. There's not like Vatican TMZ. Yeah. The Mormon Church, I mean, it's in America. They do this constantly. I don't know the mechanism of it, but I know that they're constantly doing that. That's why I'm shocked that they all haven't been shunned by the church. Yeah. All of them. Like, TFP. People call that, right? Yeah. Yeah, TFP. It's shocking that she made it this long. Yeah. Considering how un-Mormon she is. And considering how the show got started was with the swinging scandal. I mean, I just can't believe that this now. Yeah. Now they're doing it? I know. I just wonder. I feel like it's got to be that, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe she just was like, I got to get out of this. Or maybe she's looking for like kind of a thing to be like, that's the problem. It was that bold of her. I don't know. If she makes it back in the show, or they can call it Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and TFP. Yeah. And one where it's complicated. Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah. Alternatively, her ex Dakota will be edited out of the upcoming season of Vanderpump Villa that he was going to appear on. Good, fuck him. Yeah. So. Yeah. If he's being edited out, it probably means there's legal stuff going on. They're like, we don't want anything to do with us. It seems like as of today, I didn't want to like fully say anything because I'm not really sure what's going on. It looks like now there's like restraining orders being taken out on each other. Because I know that her lawyers were now giving like evidence of like him like slamming her head on like his car or something like that. I don't really know.
Yeah, no, he does this stuff. Like I don't want to be accusatory, but like clearly he's doing a lot of the fucking damage here.
Yeah. And my theory is, and I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but just my slight theory that I wouldn't be shocked by to come out is I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, if they were both like doing drugs together.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so like weird and toxic and like can't get enough of each other or whatever. I know he's a former addict, so I don't know what's going on.
He's a former addict?
Yeah.
Then they were.
Then it feels like she seems so unsettled in general. I realize that. Like looking back on the show, it's like her voice is shaky. Like they could be talking about going to the mall and her voice is shaky.
She's incredibly thin too.
She's
right?
very thin. I just don't know. And like, and every time they like kind of hook up, it's like she kind of gets sick the next day. She kind of goes MIA. It's like that. Like she like didn't. She like missed her first flight to the Bachelorette because she was like, I'm sick in bed because she hooked up with him the night before or whatever.
Yeah, you want to do some meth real quick? And then
like,
fuck? Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but I wouldn't be shocked if it came out that they were abusing substances.
One of my favorite parts about the Mormon Church is they are the best at finding loopholes. I'm surprised there aren't more Mormon lawyers.
Yes.
Like obviously everybody's heard of like soaking and whatnot, and I think weirdly like meth is a loophole.
Yeah.
Because I know they have like an issue with it.
I
know the Mormon Church has like an issue with meth.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because they're not allowed to drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Ooh, Olivia Rodrigo has finally announced her third album called You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, coming out on June 2nd.
There's not like, you can't really initialize
It's not a good acronym. No. No.
You have to think about that artist.
You do. I know.
You do.
It's long. It's kind of like Harry Styles' Kiss All the Time Disco Occasionally. It's very long.
But at least that there's vowels, so Kiss All the Time. It's Cat Doe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you listen to Cat Doe?
Cat Doe.
But hell yeah. I'm so pumped for Olivia Rodrigo's new album.
Yes. I just love her. She also... and she's also going to be doing double duty on SNL on May 2nd following the release of her first single called Drop Dead on April 17th.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah. So we're getting a lot of Olivia.
Yes.
Olivia is back.
I'm so team Olivia. I'm waiting for her to do her like, when does she hit her Sabrina Carpenter phase to what Taylor Swift took on where it's sort of like a Miley Cyrus light phase?
Yeah.
When does she start doing that? Like, you know what? I don't know if she physically can.
I don't think she will because her vibe is kind of different.
Like that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Like her vibe, I think, is more like I'm a sad, insecure girl music.
She looks like the girl in our class.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like her vibe is a little bit more like edgy or whatever. I think she's releasing an album at a good time because I think there's kind of Taylor Swift album and a Sabrina Carpenter album like out of the zeitgeist a little bit where it's like that happened. She's kind of in a new fresh like loop right now.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like she just gets so like enmeshed with them.
Is she dating anyone?
She was dating this guy. I think his name's Louis Partridge.
Oh, is it the guy who dated everybody who's like a club owner?
No, that's Zach Bia.
Okay.
That's a different guy. I think
I listen.
This guy's like a actor. He's a British actor guy. Look him up. I actually don't know what he's in. I don't know. I'm rooting for Sabrina Carpenter, or not Sabrina. I'm rooting for Sabrina Carpenter too. I like her. But I'm just rooting for Olivia Rodrigo so hard. I feel like everything she does, she clearly was such a Star is Born right away. Mm-hmm. And I feel like everyone has had some sort of issue with her for really being such an unproblematic person. I think everyone just was like, I got to get a slice of this. Like Courtney Love had a fucking problem with her because she was holding a bouquet of flowers in a photo. Yeah, I think that kid.
Kind of looks like him. It kind of looks like her. Anybody listening to Courtney Love is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
She murdered her fucking husband. All right.
But it's just like everyone is like, she's copying this and she's doing this, where it's like, I guess that's kind of similar. And I guess pop stars have been around long enough that everyone's done something. Yeah. Like, not everything is direct copying. I don't know.
No, it isn't.
Maybe they're paying homage to something. But for some reason, when Olivia Rodrigo does anything, everyone's like, which?
But when Taylor doesn't even credit them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I know. That's it's like with the last Taylor Swift album when it was like, oh, she's using samples and this and that. And when people were mad and they were like, so she's ripping off all these other songs. And And then people were like, no, she's like sampling or like whatever. I'm like, so she's ripping off Dua Lipa's concept of future nostalgia, like where she sampled songs and made it sound like kind of the time, but also retro. It was also, like, that was
samplings for rap. Like that's rap kind of took it and like that's what's cool. Like Nicki can do, or Cardi can do. Who did Freak?
Nicki.
Nicki can do Freak, which you know.
Do you know what's funny though?
What?
It's like, oh yeah, like we kind of think of Nicki Minaj as like, oh yeah, she's done like Anaconda and like all this stuff. Cardi B, I can't think of a single original beat she's ever done. I think every single song she's ever done has been a sampled song. She does it well, but like that's her style.
That's how rap.
Single.
That's how rap works, though.
Yeah,
that's like the expectation is that everybody's kind of taking these beats, and that's why I'm always like, find the person who made the beat. It's like why Dr. Dre is so impressive. He's making the beat.
But
yeah.
But I don't know. Excited for Olivia Rodrigo. Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld have welcomed their first child together, a baby girl.
Mazel.
They'll be fun. Good parents.
They definitely will be.
Aubrey Plaza is expecting her first child with her partner, Chris Abbott, who's also an actor. Good luck to her. I worry for her. I feel like the comments are always hard on her. So that's one that worries me. But
she's kind of stuck in a hard place.
She's in a very hard place. I feel bad for her. She's also like, for people who are like, oh, she's moving on so fast, or like her and her husband were like separated before he passed away. All that stuff. So that was probably already really hard on her. But also she's in the second really hard place where she's like 40.
Yeah.
And she
gotta have kids.
If you want to have a baby and you're a woman, you
now or never.
You don't really have time to keep waiting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's her life.
It's her life. Oh my God. I love her.
Yeah.
So I'm glad she's out and about again.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton go Instagram official. Lewis posted a video of the two of them in a Ferrari in Tokyo.
Ooh.
So it's getting serious.
I saw that she's now his passenger princess.
Yeah. That's good. But yeah, that's it. That's the skinny dip for the week.
Honestly, you undersold that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I guess there was more than I thought.
Yeah. All right, now on to Iran.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it for the pod today.
All right, love you guys. We'll see you next week. Towel off, grab a pina colada. Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.